more. The second thing that I'd like to talk about is something that I feel I'm uniquely qualified to talk about. And it's a big word around our coaching staff, in our administrative staff. It's called vertical alignment. And vertical alignment is pretty simple. There's a vision for the program that is set by the head coach. And there's a culture, right, that we use that drives our behaviors. That culture drives our behaviors, and those behaviors, they produce results. And what I always look at is, are we vertically aligned? And what do I mean by that? Is everybody going in the same direction? Can you see the vision? So the first job is of the head coach. And I look at it like this. My job as a head coach is to present a clear vision. And I didn't always do that as a head coach. And mainly because I didn't know what the vision was. I knew we wanted to win. I didn't know exactly how we were going to do that. I knew we wanted to make young men, turn them into grown men. I didn't know exactly how we were going to do that. So after 13 years as a head coach and then 2 years of broadcasting, I went back to be an assistant coach. And I think that makes me uniquely qualified to talk to the assistant coaches that are on this call, because I gave it a lot of thought. And I said, you know what? I'm coming up here to help Urban. How can I be the best assistant coach that I possibly can be? How can I help him the most I can? Well, number one, be good at my job. But number two, understand Urban's vision. And regardless if I believed wholeheartedly in it or not, I needed to make myself believe wholeheartedly in it. And what I say to our coaches is this: if I present a clear vision, and then I equip and inspire you to follow that vision. So equip, bring in professionals to help in your professional development, not only in football, but in organization and teaching and all those things. So I equip, and I hopefully can inspire you by giving you examples of how this has worked, right? And then I give you feedback. We call it a PAR, post-action report. Everything we do after a game, after a recruiting weekend, whatever it is, after a workout, we do a PAR, a post-action report, just to sum up quickly what worked, what didn't work, and the why. And if we can do those three things, right? I supply a clear vision. I equip them to execute the vision, and I inspire them, motivate them, and then I give them feedback. As a head coach, that's my job. The thing that I became uniquely qualified as an assistant coach after doing that for 13 years is, okay, I don't agree with everything Urban's saying, but this is his program. So I need to coach it. I need to administer it as if it's my idea. Not that I agree with it, not that I'm going to do it because he's the head coach, but I have to convince myself that this is what I believe is best. And that took some work. But as I did that, a unique and a crazy thing happened. I learned a lot that not everything I felt was the way to do it was the way to do it. And oftentimes you can get shut in on your way. So what I did is I had a rule for my assistant coaches before I became an assistant coach, right, the second time. And I shared it with Urban. I said, Urban, this is what I'm going to do. If I see something that I'd like to do or I don't agree, I'm going to use the rule that I gave my coaches. I'm going to have 3 shots to try to tell you I think this is what we should do. And after the third time, I'll never bring it up again. And I tell our coaches that, and we joke about it. Okay, coach, I'm using number 2 now, right? But it makes me think as a head coach, as an assistant, if you come to me a second time, and then you come to me a third time with a strong belief, well, then I'm really going to sit there and say, well, wait a minute. He may really know something I don't know, or he has such strong belief, even if I don't know it's going to work, I want to see him do it because he believes that strongly. And if a head coach knows for sure that no is the answer, and he lets you know that after the third time, young coaches, let it go. I've watched over the years assistant coaches who are horrible listeners. I've also seen head coaches that are horrible listeners, but I've seen assistant coaches that are so dead set on doing what they want to do, what they think is right. Well, that's not vertical alignment. To be a great assistant coach, I say to our guys, as an assistant to Urban, all I tried to do was execute his vision. Now, sometimes the vision changed and I had to adapt quickly. I think the more you can keep that vision consistent, the better your guys are going to be able to grab a hold of it.